Welcome back, everybody. All right, so day 3. I got most of the fairings off of her. Got the windscreen off of her. Got the air box out of her. Got the aftermarket street light kit that was on it. Got all of that out and all of the 10,000 zip ties that the guy used to install that thing. Got the heat shielding off from the exhaust. What else do we do? That's really about it. So I think tomorrow the plan is going to be to clean this mess up. She's dirty. If not tomorrow, then tomorrow I might drop the radiator. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So we'll probably drop the radiator. We'll get the radiator drained out. I'm gonna pull that radiator off and fill it with some distilled water. See if I get any leaks that way. Man, I should just get a new radiator. I don't even want to deal with the problem of having down the road putting this thing back together and then having an issue with cooling problems. And so maybe I'll just order a new one. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm gonna get the emission system off of it tomorrow. So the power system. So these plates back here connect to some hoses that connect up to the air box. We're gonna get that all pulled off. We'll get the ready for the block plates, the block off plates to be installed. Probably, man, my new exhaust is not going to be here for like 6 to 8 weeks. So really this bike isn't even going to be ready until then. So I'm probably just going to prep it for everything to go back on. So everything's done and ready to be put back on. So yeah, I think tomorrow we'll get the radiator off. We'll drain all the coolant out of the reservoir and out of the system. We'll get the exhaust off. Probably drain all the oil out of it, have a look at that. Hopefully there's nothing crazy with that. I can't really expect someone, I mean, it's only got 23,000 miles on it, so I guess if you're just freaking running this thing to red line maybe, or maybe they didn't do their break-in oil change. I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there tomorrow. But I went ahead and purchased a whole bunch of stuff today. So I should start getting parts coming in here within the next week or so. I got to replace a whole bunch of like bolts. This thing sat outside for a while and so a lot of the bolts and stuff are rusty. I mean, it's not entirely necessary, but for me and my kind of perfectionism, I like everything to look nice. For example, look at this is my 1000 RR. This bike is a 2012, and I mean, look at this thing. And I mean, I haven't really done its spring cleaning yet, like I normally do. And you compare this bike, which is not a whole lot older. What, 4 years? 4 years older than that other one. And let me pull up my tank. Have a look in there. I mean, that's freaking clean, man. This is just how I like my stuff. This is how I maintain my stuff. That's how I like my stuff. So she will look like that eventually. So shout out to Nico, my buddy Nico Palmer. Giving me the idea of getting some muck off. So I'm gonna try that. And we're probably gonna have to do it a couple times. Nico, I'm probably gonna stop by and see you sometime this week. If not this week, then I'll definitely be down there this weekend. Oh yeah, we got the windscreen off for Buddy. I'll be mailing this guy out sometime this week too. We're in the process of rebuilding Chris's calipers, so that's what this mess is. We'll get the airbox all cleaned up. I got a new filter coming. yeah, maybe get some fluids for this thing while I'm down at Brothers talking to Nico. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at now. She's just about stripped. I got the rear sets coming. I'm not gonna take that stuff off just yet because some of the, I'll come back to that. But yeah, some of like the reservoir, I got a delete kit for this. So it's just a small hose. You don't really need that much fluid for your rear brake. So I'm gonna delete that, have the little hose. It's gonna clean up the back of the bike more. The new exhaust that I got is a side exit exhaust. So all of the exhaust pipe that you see here is gonna be gone. It'll be headers, no cat, and the exhaust will just, it comes out just underneath the foot peg here, the rear set. So the whole back of this bike is gonna be all cleaned up. She's gonna look really good, I think. Oh yeah, let's come back to this. I noticed this the other day. So after I washed this bike and it dried, we might have a leaky fork seal. And other thing I noticed today, get in here. Oh, look at that. That's nice, eh? Nice slice in the old brake line there. That's beautiful. So I'm glad I bought some brake lines because that will be getting torn off here pretty soon. Yeah, I really thought about getting some coolant lines, the Samco coolant lines. You know, they claim that you get, 5 horsepower because they're insulated and they potentially make the coolant cooler. So if you have colder coolant, your engine runs cooler, you get more horsepower. And at least that's the idea that they're trying to push. I don't know how true that is. I don't know anybody that's ever dynoed that fact. If somebody out there has actually run a dyno with stock coolant hoses versus the Samco hoses, hit me up, let me know. I mean, it's 5 horsepower on a 600, so every little bit counts. Especially with my fat ass on it. All right, we got chain and sprockets coming. Those will all be coming off soon. New tires coming soon. I get to play with my new tire machine. Check this guy out. Bam! I got the Nomar tire machine. So me and my buddy Chris kind of went on it together. So no more having to pay for tires or asking other people to do them. That's cool. See, stuff like this. I already ordered new bolts for these. I had to go through and kind of, why is this so fucking loose? That's weird. That shouldn't be like that. I mean, they have obviously crashed on this side, so maybe the housing for that lever is just kind of got warped from it going down. It's got a lot of slack in it too. It's not really adjusted right. Let's see that. Anyways, just little problems that I keep finding. Just obviously the persons that owned it didn't really take care of the old girl like she should have been taken care of. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. Hopefully tomorrow we can get a lot of these wires taped off, and so we don't get any water in there when we're cleaning up, this. We'll get the cylinder head or the ports taped off and watertight so nothing gets in there. God, these hoses are all, I wish I could just replace all this stuff. I mean, I probably could go on Partzilla and get all the, anyways, I'm just kind of rambling now. So yeah, I think that's a wrap for today. Appreciate you guys, anybody that's following along. It's kind of a cool thing. I love doing this stuff. But yeah, so stay tuned and we'll see what happens in the next few days. Thanks. All right. Out.